breaking news right now.
A dramatic high-speed chase across Charlotte. The Fox 46 tower cam capturing the driver speeding past our studio along I-85. It all started at this scene in North Charlotte, where two people were shot and rushed to the hospital. The chase finally coming to an end in Gaston County after the driver hit another car, ran off the road, and took off on foot into the woods. CMPD says they caught both 22-year-old suspects minutes later near the McCaddenville exit on I-85.
According to investigators, the two men are accused of shooting another man and a pregnant woman. Fox 46's Morgan Francis joins us live from Alice Avenue in Northwest Charlotte, where the shooting happened. And Morgan, you spoke to people who tried to help the victims.
I spoke to some of the witnesses, and actually the victim told those witnesses that they were shot over on Alice Avenue, and they ran between these people's houses through their backyards to Ettingham Road right here, where they waited for an ambulance to arrive.
I just heard a bunch of about 8 to 10 shots.
8 to 10?
Yeah, I was in my bedroom.
Christine Jenkins says she was asleep when she heard gunshots ring out in her neighborhood around noon today. She says she didn't see the victims on purpose.
Oh, honey, I don't do no peeking when they shooting. I stay in, I pray.
Multiple witnesses say the woman who was shot was pregnant. They did say both victims will live. While they investigated on Effingham Road, other officers were chasing the suspects down I-85. Fox 46's Skycam captured part of that chase. The car eventually crashed into this SUV near Lowell, and the suspects took off into the woods. Officers were able to catch them and detain them.
They don't live over here. One of the people said they had never seen them before, so they don't live this way.
Rico Perry and Taja Corliss both face 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury. They also face felony conspiracy, battery of an unborn child, and resisting arrest. Coming up tonight at 6:30, you heard from that woman who said that she heard the gunshots and she started to pray. Hear exactly what she asked God. Reporting live from Effingham Road, I'm Morgan Francis, Fox 46 Charlotte.
Thank you, Morgan. Breaking news out of Charlotte. A missing Kentucky teen has been found safe. Caitlin Bosley has been missing from her Kentucky home since March 26th. Today, police arrested Jonathan Stewart. They say Stewart drove to the teen's home in Kentucky and brought her all the way back to Charlotte. Police say they tracked cell phone records and social media to find him. We are working to learn how the teen and the suspect knew each other.
And breaking news out of East Charlotte, where all lanes of Independence Boulevard are now open, except the turn lane to Village Lake Drive. That is not. Live look here as crews spent the past 24 hours repairing a massive water main break and sinkhole in the roadway. That work backed up traffic for miles. Officials say that right turn lane will stay closed until 9:30 tonight.
New information on a deadly apartment fire in Charlotte. Fire officials confirming a smoke detector inside the apartment was not working. 9-year-old Michael Johnson and 23-year-old Michelle Morrison died at the hospital following the fire at Presley South End Apartments over the weekend. A 6-year-old is still in the hospital. Engineers are now looking into why exactly that smoke alarm never went off. CMPD announces a new way to keep you safe while you're in a local park or on a greenway, and all you need for it is your phone.
Well, Fox 46 Charlotte's Brandon Smith shows us what you need to do before you head outside.
Safer parks and greenways are coming to Mecklenburg County.
What most excites me about this project is the fact that we will be able to provide a higher level of safety and security for the citizens and residents of Mecklenburg County.
When any type of an issue arrived, a fallen tree, an injury that requires medical assistance, or a crime, there was a lag in response time because emergency responders didn't know the exact location on the greenway. But a new app through the Parks and Recs Department coming out in June pinpoints location.
I've been out here for many years ago for an assault, and it took us 30, 45 minutes to find that person. We had a clothing description. If we had a specific location, I'm thinking particularly of the lost child location back here, then we would have been within 1/10 of a mile at initial arrival.
Lee Jones says because more people are using and visiting local parks, this new technology became necessary.
As our population grew and these became such popular amenities and we were starting to have more incidents, we needed to be able to get to people quickly. So with the advent of new technology and the partnership that we have, it provided a great opportunity to develop a program like this.
With the summer months approaching and the new app on the way, Jones wants park and greenway users to know your safety is their first priority.
They can rest rest assured that they will be in a safe environment, and if they have any questions or concerns or anything, they can go to the app, and through this partnership, we'll be able to respond almost instantaneously. We'll be able to locate them and provide the assistance that they need.
Brandon Smith, Fox 46 Charlotte.
New at 6, a teenager is charged in connection with a deadly shooting in Rock Hill. 19-year-old Tyler Montgomery is being held at the York County Detention Center. 23-year-old Brien Blakely was found shot to death along Adna Church Road near Highway 5 yesterday. Officials are still searching for a second suspect.
A tractor trailer on fire causes a big mess on Interstate 77. The crash happened early this morning near the Cherry Road exit in Cornelius. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. Now, that crash happened in the I-77 construction zone.
Well, those work zones, as we've seen, can be dangerous for drivers and workers. Fox 46 Charlotte's Amber Roberts takes a look.
Drivers, when you see these orange signs or these yellow vests, you need to slow down. This isn't only for your safety, but for the crews out here working.
Replacing the pipe. This will give it a lot better flow on the street.
Most of the guys out here have been on the job for years. They specialize in street work.
Them are all going to be hand dug.
And nearly all of them can recall or have heard of a situation where a worker's life has been put in harm's way because of a driver not being smart in a
work zone.
Broderick Woods experienced a close call years back on a different road project. A driver wasn't looking at a worker's cues to stop for construction ahead.
We yelling back to stop, stop, stop. She continued to move forward. So, the only thing we could do is just jump out the way. Hit about probably like 5 or 6 cones.
In Mecklenburg County, the latest numbers show there have been 1,215 crashes in work zones. Statewide, 26 work zone crashes were deadly, where either the person behind the wheel or a worker died. Steve Witten, safety manager with Charlotte Department of Transportation, says this is happening because drivers either are going too fast.
When you see orange, slow down.
Or aren't paying attention.
People have a tendency to think they can multitask, talk on the phone, drive, eat, do everything else, when their main focus should just be on the driving.
Work zones in both neighborhoods and along interstates are not going away anytime soon.
With the growth Charlotte experiences, we're always busy.
So it's important drivers learn to coexist with them.
We just trying to get home to our families.
There are many close calls and nobody hears about those.
And so drivers here during National Work Zone Awareness Week, it's important that you keep all of this in mind. Reporting on Wedgefield Drive, I'm Amber Roberts, Fox 46 Charlotte.
Tweet diplomacy. The U.S. and Russia dangerously close to a showdown over Syria. Strong words in an early morning tweet from President Trump. President telling Russia to get ready for missiles coming to punish Syria for a suspected chemical attack. Russia has warned the U.S. they would view an airstrike on Syria as a war crime.
Mark Zuckerberg grilled for a second day in a row on Capitol Hill. The Facebook CEO facing a fresh round of questions over the Cambridge Analytica data breach. Zuckerberg staying with the same talking points during his 5-hour House hearing, addressing privacy, data collection, and content censorship.
By the end of this year, we'll have about 20,000 people at the company who work on security and content review related issues. But there's a lot of content flowing through the systems and a lot of reports. And unfortunately, we don't always get these things right when people report it to us.
And Zuckerberg did disclose that his own data was also swept up in the scandal.
Remember all those Zuckerberg cutouts on Capitol Hill yesterday? Well, it turns out they were made right here in Charlotte. Heritage Printing and Graphics made the displays for activist group Avaz, the group calling on Zuckerberg to ban all fake news on the site and for Facebook users to delete their accounts.
More news out of Capitol Hill. House Speaker Paul Ryan will not be running for re-election. Ryan announced today he's going to retire in January. The speaker says he is ready to devote more time to his family and to be a, quote, weekend husband and father.
Fox 46 is getting results for one of America's heroes.
We showed you all of the work being done on Vietnam vet Jackie Drakeford's home yesterday, and today we want to show you the final result. The Fox 46 crew rolling up their sleeves with Purple Heart Homes for this very special project. Drakeford got a new porch, new stairs, and the project would not have been complete without an American flag flying in the front
That was the
yard.
cherry on top, putting that American flag in yesterday when they were pouring that cement when we were there, yeah.
And we were just looking around like, oh my gosh, we can't wait till it dries.
What a great before and after shot, and I'm sure the Drakefords there are so happy, and thanks to Purple Heart Homes.
Absolutely. Well, for one Gaston County high school teacher, her students are like family.
The best part of every day is seeing those who you come into your classroom and want to be there.
Oh, coming up, we'll introduce you to a teacher who's positive, inspiring, and getting results.
And he's making sure compassion comes first when it comes to policing. Meet the CMPD Officer of the Month coming up next. Amanda?
Well, clear skies have taken over, giving us a beautiful evening. This weather's going to stick around for the next couple of days. Your 7-day forecast is coming up after the break.
I'm Brien Blakely.
And I'm Diana Alvear. You're watching Fox 46 Charlotte News at 6, getting results in Noda, Statesville, and the entire Charlotte area.
Shamrock Drive in East Charlotte is back open after a serious car crash. This happened early this morning near Farley Street. Medic took one person to the hospital with life-threatening injuries.
A CMPD officer is expected to be okay after getting injured while investigating a car crash. Police were on the scene of an accident on I-77 South this morning near the Sunset Road exit, and that's when a dump truck hit two CMPD patrol cars and another car. One officer was taken to the hospital, but as we said, is expected to be okay. And as for why that dump truck crashed, they are still investigating.
Compassion is what we hope to find in all police officers. It's one of the hallmarks of being a good cop. Meet Officer Timothy Gerald, who's getting results. He is being recognized as CMPD's Officer of the Month for his true compassion in helping an 87-year-old woman recognize she had dementia. He says when he walked into her home, it became very personal to him because he has an 85-year-old grandfather himself with dementia.
So when I walk in and I start talking to her, it's like talking to my grandfather, just a female version. She's upset because her husband is run away and hasn't come home, but technically he's been deceased for 5 years. He's not home. He's not coming home. And I just can't come in there and tell her that. I've got to build some type of rapport with her first. And so we talk and we talk, come to find out we're both Washington Redskins fans. That was just it. We bonded then.
Officer Gerald's kindness didn't stop at the door. He goes to check on her regularly, even cleaning out her fridge on the weekends. And because of her deteriorating illness, he has reached out to her family who are out of town and has put Adult Protective Services in touch with that family to work on a housing transition right now.
That's just wonderful. I mean, my gosh, he went so far beyond the call of duty in this case.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very personal to him, but also we're going to stay with this because he's staying with this, and we're going to keep following this story because he goes to check on her regularly once a week. So.
Officer of the Year. Well, Fox 46 in your neighborhood today. The Special Olympics kick off this week in Cabarrus County. Opening ceremonies began this morning at the Cabarrus County Arena. Participants will have plenty of fun competing in track and field events. Organizers say the games have come a long way.
I've seen this thing come from about 50 people back about 35 years ago to what it is today, in a beautiful facility here at the Vince Arena, and just all the community support that comes in to support these athletes.
And you can still get involved because those spring games continue tomorrow. In Rock Hill, if you want to enjoy this spring weather or maybe try out some new workouts, a new bike program has you covered. The bikes will be available soon in the downtown area at Knowledge Park and Winthrop University. It's only $6 per hour, but you get the first 2 hours for free. And in Salisbury, Park Road East is closed for road repairs. Crews started working on underground pipes this morning. The road is closed between Mahaley Avenue and Catawba Road until April 20th.
All right, I want to take a live look at our Fox 46 tower cam right now toward uptown Charlotte. It definitely started to feel like spring outside, the sun shining, and we've had getting even some warmer days ahead.
And meteorologist Amanda Cox says your neighborhood storm watch forecast. I'm loving this warm weather, but I could use it warmer.
It is, and don't worry, it's going to get warmer. we had the cloud cover this morning, so that kind of helped to keep us in the 60s this afternoon. Once the sunshine comes out, tomorrow full day of sunshine. That means 70s is in our forecast. Guys, take a look at this. This high written mountain, just a beautiful evening across the area closer to Lenore. We're seeing temperatures basically sitting in the 60 to about 69 degrees right now. Good amount of sunshine. The winds are out of the northwest at about 7 miles per hour. What's going to kick our temperatures up tomorrow? That southwesterly flow. May be a bit breezy at times, but overall just a beautiful day is in store for our area. Taking a look at York, 64 degrees, good amount of sunshine. You can see dew points are in the 30s. Hopefully you can get out and enjoy some of this nice weather this evening. If not, you have a couple more opportunities over the next couple of days. Charlotte sitting at 65, Jefferson at 54. Much of our area holding in the middle 60s this evening. It's all thanks to high pressure pressure that has taken control. This high pressure system is going to stick around for a little while, but notice back to the north and west, we do have the next storm system. That's what's going to be coming in over the weekend, and that's going to be our next opportunity at rain. Temperatures overnight are headed into the upper 40s to near 50 degrees, so a little bit warmer than last night. Very comfortable when you start your day tomorrow. We're looking at 45 in Statesville, 48 in Charlotte, 49 in Rock Hill. Look at that. Clear skies, though. Light winds out of the west in the foothills, 44 in Taylorsville, and we're looking at 47 in Lincolnton. A little bit cooler in the mountains, but still not too bad. 38 in Newland, and much of our area will be in the upper 30s to near 40 degrees across the mountains. A few more patchy clouds, that's about it, but still not a bad start to the day tomorrow. You'll actually be able to maybe put on a t-shirt tomorrow because temperatures are headed into the middle 70s tomorrow afternoon. Plenty of sunshine, a bit breezy at times, but really just a beautiful day. We also have the Come See Me parade going on in Rock Hill, South Carolina tomorrow evening at 6:30. Chuck Howard will be out there in the parade, and it's going to be beautiful. 74 degrees at time of kickoff with the parade. You can see mostly sunny skies, just a mild, pleasant evening. Now, here's where things start to change. Notice we have that strong southerly flow out ahead of this storm system. That means temperatures will get into the 80s, right around 80 degrees on your Friday. Could actually go into the lower 80s on Saturday as this front pushes in from the west. We're also expecting to see some shower and thunderstorm activity starting to develop Saturday night. Much of the day on Sunday is going to be affected. So notice we go up from about a 30% chance on Saturday to 80% on Sunday, and then a little bit could linger into your Monday morning as well, but it's only about a 20% chance, so we're not expecting a whole lot. If you're headed to the Charlotte Race Fest, this is good news because that system is holding off until later in the day. With the race starting at 7:30 in the morning, temperatures are going to be in the 50s. We also expect to see a mix of sun and clouds and very quiet conditions for race time. Here's a look at your extended forecast. Temperatures continue to climb. We haven't seen numbers like this in quite a while, so it's going to be a nice change of pace. We're headed to about 80 degrees for your Friday and Saturday. Now, with that warmer air in place, all of the shower and thunderstorm activity with this next front could be on the stronger side. That's something we need to watch as we head into the second half of the weekend.
All right, I am so glad to see Thursday's looking good because the Charlotte Knights are gearing up for opening day. Crew is working hard today to make sure that the field is ready to go. Spray painting the logo onto the field. Our Rochelle Metzger and Jason Harper will be at BB&T Ballpark, so be sure to tune into Good Day Charlotte tomorrow morning.
And Josh Sims is also going to be out there tomorrow morning on Good Day Charlotte as well, aren't you, Josh?
Bright and early. Can't wait.
Wow.
Hey,
And we'll also
baseball
see you
back
at
in
6 and
Charlotte.
10 as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day. But hey, no one's complaining. I got a job where I get to cover baseball all day tomorrow. So how can I be mad about that?
All day at the ballpark.
Exactly. So the baseball game, obviously big. The team wrapped up their road trip earlier this afternoon. I've got highlights of that coming up next. But we're also talking Hornets. The season is over. The guys cleaned out their lockers today. And the question is, what went wrong? A team so talented, not going to the postseason. Well, Kemba, Dwight, and Coach Cliff, they've got the answers. I don't know if they're the right answers, but they've got answers. That's all coming up next in sports.